Welcome to the Prep Zone and welcome to soccer season. Tonight we're here at LV McGinty Stadium to kick off the boys soccer season as Pope John Paul travels to take on the Slidell Tigers. I spoke with both coaches moments ago. Let's hear what they had to say and we'll get to the action. Pre-game with Coach Alt. Coach, it's game 5 for you, but game 1 for us here in soccer season. Can you give us a rundown on how your season's been so far?
We're 4-0 so far. We played Chalmette early and then we played a tournament, and we are 4-0, unscored upon, and doing well.
Your team's highly touted so far this season. Can you give us a rundown on your team's skill, returning players, etc.?
Yeah, we lost a couple of guys from last year, but not very many, and then we reloaded well, so we'll be good this year. Should make a nice playoff run.
And this is kind of a crosstown rivalry matchup. What's it going to take to beat a team like Pope John Paul here tonight?
Well, last year I thought we were better than them, but we ended up tying 2-2. It wasn't a good look for us. I think we're a little bit mentally tougher this year, and I think we'll have a good game, but I think we're going to come out victorious.
Pre-game with Coach Glavier. Coach, it's our first game of the season here in the Prep Zone covering soccer. How's your season been so far?
We're off to a good start. We're young, as you saw on our roster, so we're trying to get things organized as quickly as we can. At a small 2A school like we are, we had kids running cross country, swimming, playing football. So as they all kind of reassemble, you have to get everybody used to each other again and get everyone comfortable. So, and then as soon as you get that going, you have Thanksgiving break. So here we are again, trying to get rekindled and restarted again. There's
familiarity between your team and Slidell. A lot of them play club together. So what's their mindset going into this one tonight?
There's been a, lack of a better term, a little trash talk on, some of the social media between the boys, but it's been all fun. It's been good. And of course they know each other. We see each other at tournaments and such before this, and there's a lot of handshaking, a lot of talking. So there's a lot of nerves, you can tell from both sides already, just from chatting with the boys a bit.
What's it going to take to beat a team like Slidell here tonight?
It's going to take a heck of an effort. I think this might be their best team in a number of years, and so we have to be very well organized, play very smart today, and don't try to overdo things. Play within your role, and be a little corny. Do your job specifically, and don't try to overdo it, and stay within yourself.
Jaguars kick off to start our first matchup of the Prep Zone season here for 2019-2020. Pope John Paul coming away with it, trying to battle through. Good defense from Slidell there. Dennis Padilla got a hold of it. Slidell. Here's an opportunity for Slidell. Shot.
Ooh, onside and everything. Could have been an early goal there, Grant.
Now Slidell. And there we have our first whistle of the 2020 season. Grant Yenny and Rhett Sharp up here in the press box at LV McGinty Stadium. And Rhett, this should be a good one. We were it was hyped up for us before the game.
Yeah.
But you have a crosstown rivalry. You have Pope John Paul, the defending district champions in their district, and Slidell, who everything just seems to be clicking for.
Yeah, this is a good one to start our season off, and always happy to be here.
Back inside was Lassier. Here's Lassier.
In the box. Nice defense from the Jaguars.
Hernandez. That out of bounds, ricocheting off of the Jaguars. It'll be a throw-in from Jose. Nope, check that. Lassier, Drew Lassier. Trying to get a pass away. Sayer Bustillo. And that'll be a throw-in for Pope John Paul. Still loose. Down the sideline looking to get it back inside. Into Josh McManus. That out off of Pope John Paul, and Jacob Gordon will throw this one into Lassier. An errant pass.
No doubt, errant pass from Garcia.
So Pope John Paul 4-1 coming into this matchup tonight. The one coming from Fontainebleau, a loss 1-0. And Slidell 4-0. They're rolling so far this season. Kicked up by Hector Garcia. Good footwork there by Padilla to get it back. Back to Garcia.
Tough first touch. There's a whistle.
So free kick coming for the Jaguars. Jaguars with the yellow on white jerseys make it a little bit difficult to read the number.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing to do from up here in the booth. We might just be Jaguars with the ball.
That one nearly picked off, but enough force on it to where it ricocheted back into Slidell possession. Wow, still keeping it? No, too much on that one.
Yeah.
And that'll be a throw-in for the Jaguars.
Good shot of the scoreboard. Time. Someone in the way. Thought about taking that one time. Slidell looks to regroup from the midfield, and that's taken away and out of bounds.
Looks to be white ball. Is that? Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
White ball as Michael Uefo retrieves it. Throw in, far side of the pitch. Great job there by Padilla, being ready to take the ball after the defensive play from Pope John Paul. Popped the ball loose. Padilla right there to take it.
Ooh, little miss hit from Hector. Pope John Paul trying to capitalize here, Grant.
Opportunity if they... Oh, just too much on it.
Yeah.
Oh, headed the wrong way. That'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Garcia with the throw-in. Padilla is an aggressive player. I mean that in a good way.
Sure, yeah, he can see the ball and where it's going to go. He's always so far early in this matchup in some pretty good spots.
Back up to Padilla. Great job there. And Pope John Paul takes it back. We have...
Yeah, Padilla might have stepped on a foot there, and that's a no-go.
Yeah, free kick for the Jaguars.
Free kick for the Jaguars. Barone with the free kick.
Barone with the free kick. Now down in Tiger territory, and that one scooped up by Jorge Ovalle Ceballos.
For the Jaguars.
Ovalle Ceballos, a captain for this Slidell team. They're getting really his first action of the night, scooping that one up.
Yeah, that was it so far.
Pope John Paul taking it there. Great job by Padilla once again. This went up the sideline and out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for the Jaguars. Headed back and back into possession of the Tigers to Padilla. Padilla back to Garcia.
Step over.
Oh, and trying to do kind of a give and go.
Good idea.
This one dropped back.
That's a good ball.
To Bustillo. And out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for the Tigers.
Garcia throwing it in for the Tigers.
Pope John Paul takes it back.
Nice move to get clear right there.
Yeah, you know you're doing a good job when the other players are doing a full 360
right
as you're moving with the ball.
Yeah, the break was definitely on there for Pope John Paul. Couldn't quite make that last pass to make it count, right?
And a free kick here for Pope John Paul.
Free kick.
This is interesting.
In range.
Yeah, this is interesting. This could be a couple different things from a set piece here.
Kicked up. And Ovale Ceballos there. Good footwork here, working up that far sideline. Now Pope John Paul with it back.
And that was just a pass to Slidell. And now we've got back and forth, like we often do.
If you're just joining us here in the 11th minute, score tied at 0. Excuse me. 0.
Right.
We're in soccer season now.
Yeah, that's right. None of this American numbers. But really, though, not a whole lot of action towards either goal yet.
No, just two kind of scoop ups by
by
Slidell. And on the Pope John Paul side, there was a cross that had too much power on it.
Yeah.
Other than that, he hasn't really been pressured at all.
That's a good ball.
And out of bounds, that'll be a goal kick for the Tigers.
That's the right idea. You want to get the ball towards the net, not kind of hang it where it doesn't quite reach. Give someone an opportunity at that back post to maybe head it in.
So volley kicks it away. That one falls and goes right back into Pope John Paul possession, but nobody home for Pope John Paul. Slidell takes it back. Here's an opportunity for Slidell. No.
That's nice defense.
Back to Melvin Ruiz, another one of the captains for the Slidell squad. Here's Padilla, passing over to Garcia. Good vision there, getting it up to Lassier.
Cut back, step over.
Bustillo, here. Ooh.
Bustillo with a lot of moves in the box.
And that one ricocheting off of Pope John Paul. And they'll boot it downfield. Trying to make a play for it there. Garcia.
That's a good pass.
Kicked up there. Garcia. Swid through. Up to Besh. And that'll go out of bounds for a Tiger throw in. Besh will throw this one in.
Besh throwing it in for the Tigers.
Up to Bastillo. Cross. Ruiz.
Ruiz looks like he took a knock to the shin. The referee says right outside the box.
So what an opportunity here for the Tigers.
Yeah, this is what you want right here.
Drew Lassier.
Let's see what Lassier can do. Great shot from our cameraman, David Williams, out there. You can see what he's got to do. Upper 90.
Lassier puts it up. Oh, blocked
man.
away by the keeper, Dylan Elfer. One of two seniors in the starting lineup for Pope John Paul, a very young team, but they're showing that veteran skill.
No doubt Lassier with a great opportunity there, and it looked pretty true. Good thing the Pope John Paul goalkeeper has some he's pretty tall to be able to get to that. So all in all, well played from both sides.
The corner kick from the Tigers. Headed, too much on it as it goes over the goal.
Yeah.
So this will be a goal kick from Elfer.
Goal kick for the Jaguars. Elfer with the goal kick.
So Elfer setting this one up.
Taking his time.
Headed back by Pope John Paul, but into Slidell possession there. Josh McManus, another captain for Slidell. Why did he turn out there as opposed to in where he had two teammates?
Yeah, I mean, in that kind of moment, you're not sure. I think he didn't know that it wasn't a really good idea, was it?
At that moment, you're just trying to avoid the pressure that's coming down on you?
Sure. I think he might have thought that he had some more room also. Who can say?
The Tigers. Ovalle with the goal kick.
Ovalle. Swim back to Holden and to Garcia. Garcia kicked it a little too far right on the ball and it pulled left.
Yeah, that's a
and out of
couple of
bounds.
passes. Garcia's off the mark from the back line.
Ortiz with the throw in for the Jaguars.
And there is the official telling him he's going up too far to throw it in. Oh, he's saying go up a little more. A little bit of discussion from the official. I think he may be backing him up. Yeah.
Yeah, the referee is saying, what's going on, man? I told you to back up.
This one kicked up. That looked like it.
Yeah, that was off of off of a Jaguar.
He was megged.
Yeah.
And then it went out.
Got his heel. It's going to set up eventually a Pope John Paul corner kick.
Q doing the corner kick for the
Tim
Jaguars.
Q to attempt the corner. The lefty. This one up. Too much. As it kind of rainbows over the pile there. Working it back to Padilla. Ruiz. Pass there.
Oh, wow.
Here's an opportunity for Slidell.
Got to take the shot.
And there the Jaguars just started to swarm immediately when Bustillo got the ball.
Bustillo had an opportunity to pull the trigger and take that shot in the center of the box and chose to keep on dribbling across the pitch and out of bounds for a goal kick.
Shot fly for the Tigers. Elfer with the
And
goal kick
Elfer
for the Jaguars.
having to run all the way back there into the darkness
Yeah.
against the fence line. If you're just joining us here in the 20th minute, 0-0. Kicked away by Elfer. Gordon out of bounds for a Jaguar throw-in. Throw-in over there on the far side in front of the Slidell bench area. No, McManus sends this one out of bounds.
Lakeland with the throw in.
So another throw-in for Pope. It's Hernandez. Bustillo.
Pope looking for a call. Don't get it.
And that goes out of bounds for a Pope John Paul throw-in.
Ortiz with the throw in for the Jaguars.
Ortiz in, and that looked like it went off the shoulder of Hernandez. So that'll be another throw-in for the Jaguars. Headed away by Bustillo. Bustillo nearly getting it back, but booted away by Pope John Paul. There was a Revere. And Andrew Holden working the ball back up that far sideline. Padilla to Hernandez. Too much. Be another Jag throw-in here on the near side.
Ortiz is throwing in for the Jaguars.
Throw-in from Ortiz. And there just couldn't hold on to it, and back into Slidell possession. Caden Besh looking to run this one down. But Pope John Paul able to get it away, and now back into Slidell possession. Quickly the other way is Ruiz. Ruiz going east-west. And that goes out of bounds by the Pope John Paul bench for a throw-in on the far side by the Jaguars. And a delayed whistle there.
Yeah. Slidell guy got pulled down. Free kick.
McManus with the free kick for the Tigers.
Yeah, free kick for Josh McManus. When McManus got all of that one.
He did. And that ball is up in the air in the box.
And down into the hands of Dylan Elfer. Elfer punts this one away. Kicked out of bounds. Throw in here for Pope John Paul. Number 21, Sean Revere.
Revere threw it in for the Jaguars.
Subs waiting on the far side for Slidell. There's Jacob Gordon. Now here's Ruiz. Up, looking for Besh.
Nice pass.
And blocked by the keeper, Elford.
Elford.
Falling on top of it.
Off of his line. Well done. Great pass, though, from the Tigers to get in that position in the first place.
It's back to Josh McManus. Back to Revere. Slidell getting it back there. Now kept in. No. Looks like they're going to say a free kick for Slidell.
McManus with the free kick for the Tigers.
I don't know what. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what
I didn't see that either.
Didn't see it. Referee, obviously, he saw something. Decided to make the call.
McManus over to Ruiz. Ruiz able to weave through traffic, and they're passing it over to Bustillo. Here's Hernandez. Oh,
wow. Yeah.
He was trying to do a little
inside
back,
out. Yeah.
Yeah, to Besh. But they're Elfer able to come up with it.
So far for me, when Slidell gets in there attacking third, they're going so fast that they haven't been able to pick out the right pass yet. They need to kind of slow down and gather themselves maybe. Does that make any sense?
Absolutely. There's one step from playing fast and being a little bit reckless.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They could convert a few more of these passes and really make it so that they can get some scoring opportunities.
Obviously Slidell has a lot of speed.
They do. They're really fast.
But if they control it and get a couple of these and link up,
yeah,
could lead to a goal.
Wow. Nice effort.
So this is interesting. On the roster for Slidell, you have Hector N. Garcia is number 4, and Hector A. Garcia is 99.
Okay.
Both of them are in the game, and there they are right next to each other, actually,
nice.
on the pitch.
A couple of Hector Garcias.
So this will be a throw-in for Pope John Paul.
Ortiz with the throw-in for the Jaguars.
From Ortiz. Shot. And Ovalle able to block it.
That's a good idea from the Jaguars, just to go ahead and try one out. Maybe catch the Tigers sleeping.
Am I going to have to reach in to the cliche box this early in the season?
Not yet.
Okay. All right.
There'll be plenty of time. Nice pass.
Padilla back to McManus.
Got to get rid of it.
And that'll be a throw in for the Jags.
Blakeman throwing it in for the Jaguars.
Throw in from the far sideline. And they're kicked away
Plenty of space.
by Matt Cooper. Kicked up by Hector A. Garcia. And cleared out. This will be a throw in for the Tigers deep in Jaguar territory. Drew Lassier will throw this one in. Kicked away. That into Jaguar possession. Good ball there. And a little too much on that one as it's cleared away by Andrew Holden. And he got all of that one. That one going into the bleachers on the far side of the pitch.
Yeah, he sent that.
30th minute, if you're joining us. 0-0. Defensive battle here. A lot of back and forth play. A throw in for the Jags. Uh-oh. This one in the box.
Yeah.
And Pope John Paul lets it go. They'll quickly set up for the corner.
The fans wanted a quick corner.
Instead, they switch out who's going to kick it.
Yeah.
This one up.
Good ball. Right in the middle of the box.
Wow.
Over the top.
Too far under. That one went through the American football goalpost.
Sure did. We're going to get another corner kick. So let's see if they can do the same exact kind of volley.
Kirkland to take this one. The lefty puts this one up. And that'll be another corner.
Yeah, going from the other side.
And this will be taken by Sean Revere.
Revere with the corner kick for the Jaguars.
This one low. Ricocheting off of McManus. Back into Revere's possession. And out of bounds for a Jaguar throw-in. High throw-in. Ooh, a little bit of pushing. That'll be a free kick. So it'll be a free kick for the Jaguars, and right there in good range here on this one.
Yeah, this is definitely worth a try.
Free kick for the Jaguars. Tim Q with the free kick.
Let's see what he can do.
Tim Q. The lefty, into the wall. And booted away by Ruiz. And now going the other way. Was that a handball?
No, one of the Pope John Paul defenders kind of backed into a Tiger as he was trying to head it. It's a good little move, but when you get caught, it's a whistle. Excuse me.
Kicked over by Lassier. Picked off by Pope John Paul and out of bounds. This will be a throw-in for the Tigers.
Garcia with the throw in for the Tigers.
Pope John Paul kicked up the sideline. They say out of bounds.
Yeah.
This will be a throw-in for the Tigers in front of their own bench area. Oh!
Yeah. Padilla with some moves.
Padilla puts this one up, and Pope John Paul able to get a hold of it. Hector Garcia. And that goes out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in here in the 35th minute.
Yeah, this first half coming to a close, still no score. The Jags really have had an answer for anything that the Tigers have tried to put together.
And what do you think as we head toward half, the coaches are going to tell their teams once they get to the locker room?
Well, I think the Jags are playing good ball. I think time of possession is going in their direction here. The further we've gotten into this first half, for both squads, Grant, they've got to create chances, and that's just not happening right now. Again, early in the season, first game ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I say it all the time, do I not? You got to create the chances to score a goal, to get the shot, etc.
Yeah, I mean, normally we're saying, a team may be due. But there's really not – they're not, because there's not chances being created. You can't really say somebody's due.
Sure. And you could say it's the defenses are playing very well. And, they are to a certain extent. But these guys have got to kind of let the game open up a little bit more than they're doing now. And – a lot of it has to do probably with the fact that this is the fourth, fifth game they've played.
Yes.
It's early, and it's not as easy to kind of gauge where some of the guys are that you're playing with, and
it's still kind of a feeling out process.
Sure.
Yeah.
But from up here, and we have the advantage that we can see all of the players, from kind of a bird's eye view, if you will, and it's easy to say let that pass go here, but when you're down there, it's a lot more difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
You're down there and you have people running at you trying to take the ball from you.
It's like you asked me earlier in the match, why turn it outside when you can turn it inside, and I really didn't have an answer. It's because I guess you take a 50-50 shot and maybe you guess right in a lot of times. I know you don't want to turn it inside defensively most of the time just because keep it away from the goal, but
I see.
I've been thinking about that for a minute, man. This is a good run. Again, with that many Pope John Paul players around one Slidell Tiger, there's going to be some open players. You've got to pass the ball.
Even if it means in that situation dropping it a little bit back.
Right.
And that one way long.
Yeah, that one.
Luckily.
Over the top. But yeah, the little.
Stop by the stand there.
The antenna stand.
So Elfer doesn't have to take as long of a run to retrieve this one.
Right.
Elfer to boot this one away for the Jaguars. Now a throw in for the Tigers.
Gordon throws it in for the Tigers.
This one dropped back by Pope John Paul. Kicked away. Now Slidell regaining possession with Drew Lassier. Back to Andrew Holden. Garcia. Passing it around over there on that far side, but we're approaching the 40th minute. And look, going back to last season, every time we try to guess stoppage time, usually we're wrong, but it shouldn't be too much. There hasn't been much of a stoppage in this one.
Not a whole lot at all. And there's another whistle.
So a free kick for the Jaguars. But, yeah, the last season, it was like we would guess there's maybe not too much stoppage, and it would be like 5 minutes added.
Right.
Or we would say, there's probably going to be a good bit of stoppage, maybe 5 minutes on this one. And they would blow the whistle as soon as it hit 40. So you never really know, except for the officials on the field.
Yeah, we can't tell, that's for sure. That's a good punt.
Yeah, that one
He got
a lot of distance. And spinning out the momentum
Too much.
took it out of bounds.
Ortiz with the throw in for the Jaguars.
Now in stoppage time. Time being kept on the field by the officials. Booted up. Too much on it. Diving for it is Elfer. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, he had to. Elfer's done some good work back there, able to kind of see the ball and figure out exactly where he needs to be to intercept it, because some of the Tiger forwards are quick, especially number 6 up there in the front.
And Sair Bustillo.
Yeah, Bustillo's got some moves. I know they're trying to get him the ball.
And there we have it, heading to half, tied, 0-0. Ruiz kicking this one off, getting the second half underway. If you're just joining us, no score. It was back and forth defensive battle in the first half. Now you know in the second half here, they're going to be looking to create those opportunities we talked about before half to try and put some points on the board.
Yeah, you'd like to see a few more chances on goal for both of these squads tonight. Maybe get one in the back of the net.
Garcia passing it over there to Sair Bustillo, and Bustillo has been doing a great job, but once he gets close to the net, not a lot of backup helping him to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, and he's missed a couple opportunities here also in the first half to maybe to put one on frame. So we'll see how the Tigers fare here.
That one's scooped up by Dylan Elfer.
As we go further into the match.
That one just kind of rolled over his foot. Slidell taking it back as Bustillo passes it long, looking for Hector A. Garcia.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
Bustillo.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a pass or maybe a shot he didn't get his foot around or what. There's a shot.
And that one into the arms of Dylan Elfer, falling on that one to secure it. Drew Lassier.
For me, Lassier had the best shot of the night with that free kick from outside the box earlier.
That one taken away. Oh, aggressive play from Bustillo with the use of the forearm.
He is quick, but he also runs over the ball and is prone to kind of losing the handle.
So throw in here near side for the Jags. This one, Dennis Padilla. Lassier.
Nice drop off.
Padilla had the op. Yeah, now you see Padilla frustrated.
Oh, man.
But he had a window, hesitated a little bit. He went to try and make the most of it, but that window closed.
It did.
So he tried to kick it over and sent it sailing.
Yeah, he just leaned back onto that one, and the result was well over the crossbar.
Elfer booting this one away. Looks like Lassier will chest it down. Lassier sending it over to Gordon.
Tough first touch.
Oh, Lassier trying to make the shot, and Pope John Paul gets in the way.
Oh, wow. That's a tough situation there.
Slidell has a guy.
That's Bustillo.
With the throw in for the Jaguars.
So Bustillo.
Gonna have to take a breather.
Yeah.
Looks like the Tigers have come out on the front foot, though, in the second half. Maybe regrouped a little bit, figured out that they need to slow it down a little bit.
You know, they got into the locker room, and Coach Alt was he's been watching this game and could correct anything that's been not going their way.
Sure.
McManus sending this one back to Valle.
Dangerous pass.
Yeah, kept short and right back into Pope John Paul possession. And safely into the hands of Jorge Ovalle Ceballos.
Pretty good vision there to get that shot off.
Ooh. Well, they say play on.
They must have gotten the ball. That's a nice pass in stride.
To Blake. Check that, Hernandez.
Just wasted opportunity for Slidell right there off of that beautiful diagonal ball.
This will be a throw in. Pope John Paul. Near side. And that one will bounce right back out of bounds. Good job there by Sayer Bustillo to
let it go,
get in front of it, or stand in front of it to where Pope couldn't make a play on it. And that one punched away by Elfer.
That's a decent shot, low. Took a bounce right in front of the keeper.
And Drew Lassier will take the corner kick over on the far side as he retrieves the ball against the fence line. There, Lassier getting it set.
Wow.
And headed away by Pope John Paul, kicked back.
Just nobody there for the Tigers.
Lassier putting it up. Oh, Ruiz looking to strike, didn't get all of it.
Wow.
And that one high up and over the goal from Hernandez.
Just squandered opportunities, Grant, on that exchange.
Goal kick for the Jaguars.
Kicked up by Elfer. Oh.
Yeah.
LaCier shot there, but into the hands of Elfer. Elfer high punt.
So far in the second half, it's early, but the Tigers have definitely come out with a little different attitude and are on the attack. Bustillo with some step-overs trying to split the defense.
Yeah, just here in the first 7 minutes of the second half, Slidell doubled their amount of shots in the first half.
Yeah, that seems right. We've seen a few so far already. And here goes Bustillo again. Finds an outlet, gets it back. Wow.
Bustillo cross, nobody home.
Cutback was the right idea, though, huh?
Padilla. LaCier puts this one up. And ushering it out is Elfer.
I feel like this is the Tiger team that we had heard about coming into the season
Yes.
here in the second half because they're playing a little more exciting soccer.
Right before half, we were also talking about time of possession, saying that Pope John Paul had the edge on it.
They did.
And here, I mean, this whole we're approaching the 50th minute of this match, and this whole second half so far, it's really been Slidell possession.
Yeah, they really woke up at halftime.
A collision there, and Slidell takes it away. McManus up to LaCier. Kicked up to Hernandez and ushered out by Pope John Paul.
Goal kick for the Jaguars.
Going to be a goal kick for Dylan Elfer.
Another good build-up from the Tigers, though. Stringing passes together.
Subs come in. Elfer will now take the goal kick. Wow.
Yeah, taken right back. Ooh.
Bustillo, that blinding speed. LaCier. Deflected. Hernandez will run this one down before it goes out. Deflected once again. And they say all ball there. Now it goes out of bounds. This will be a Tiger throw-in on the far side from Hector Garcia.
Whistle.
That'll be a free kick for the Jaguars.
Free kick for the Jaguars.
Kicked away, and Bustillo there. Here's Hernandez. Throw in for the Tigers' far sideline. This one dumped into Drew LaCier. And cleared out by Pope John Paul.
Garcia with the throw in for the Tigers.
McManus. That one nearly getting away from Pope John Paul. Great evasion there by the official.
Yep.
Kicked up by Hernandez. Lassier outside.
It's a good pass from Lassier.
Cleared out, but this will be should be a corner.
Yeah, it's a corner.
Yeah, corner for Drew Lassier on that far side.
We're going to have to run, go get the ball from the end of the track, though.
Yeah, this one went way over there on the opposite side of the track. Excuse me. So Lassier to put this one up. And over the goal.
Really well taken. Just the Tigers have not been able to find the end of those tonight.
Alpha with the goal kick for the Jaguars.
Good footwork there.
Yeah, he's going to have to take it back. Oh.
Just lost control of it. And they're going to say free kick for Pope?
They certainly are. I don't know what happened. Again, didn't see that one. That's a couple tonight that we haven't really.
Yeah. Kicked away by Pope John Paul. Ruiz comes down with it. Bustillo.
Nice work from Bustillo. Just he's been busy tonight, huh?
And Bustillo is a north, south, east, west player.
Yeah, he's all over.
Oh, what? Bustillo, I believe I heard a whistle.
Yeah,
but
then there's advantage play that's confusing for the players.
And that one will go and you see it on the track. But
yeah, that was definitely a whistle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you heard confusion from us, but also confusion from the parents in the cheering section here.
Alpha with the goal kick for the Jaguars.
Kept short. Pope John Paul looking to Pope retaining possession. That one fed up to Ortling. Oh, big collision there.
Yeah, it should be a whistle. Yeah, going the other way. That's the correct call. Pope John Paul has come out here in the second half pretty flat.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really seen much of an attack at all.
Yeah, they're a different team as well. As much as we can talk about Slidell coming out really with a new attitude, Pope John Paul has come back out a little slower.
Padilla up to Lassier.
That's nice. Give and go back and forth.
Bustillo. Now.
almost a good turn. Pope's done a good job of staying in the channels and not letting the through balls get to their intended target here tonight, or we'd have maybe a different score line.
Yeah, as that one went wide left, being retrieved by Dylan Elfer.
Elfer with the goal kick for the Jaguars.
Elfer to kick this one away. Up to Holden. Oh, and hey, great effort there to try and keep the ball in.
No doubt.
Gordon with the throw in for
Nice switch. The Tigers definitely want to work it out wide and then come back into the middle. They've been trying to do it all night.
Melvin Ruiz back to Lassier.
Nobody there.
This one sky high.
Garcia with the throw in for the Tigers.
Throw in from Hector in Garcia. And if you're just joining us in the 60th minute, still no score.
Scoreless.
In a pre-district play, you can have a tie.
Okay. So that's still in play.
Yes.
Lots of space. And just that pass just to really nobody.
That looked at the last second that banked off of Bastillo.
Blakeman with the throw in for the Jaguars.
Yeah, that eventually Bastillo just threw himself at that Pope John Paul player. Referee might have to reach for the card at some point.
Barone with the free kick for the Jaguars.
Jaguars with an opportunity. In the box, gets a shot off. Wow, own goal. Man.
Oh, that is
tough. Unfortunate for the Slidell Tigers. That ball looked as though it was going to get saved by the keeper, and then at the last moment, nudged in by a Slidell defender. So Pope John Paul, Grant, has taken the lead against the run of play in the second half here, 1-0.
Ruiz kicking this one off following the goal. And Slidell.
Yeah,
now it looks like they're going to need to go into overdrive.
Well, they're going to have to regroup after that OG. and see what they can come up with, because that was unexpected.
Crazy thing is, we were just talking about how Slidell was firing on all cylinders and Pope John Paul was sluggish, and then the one time it gets down close to the Pope John Paul goal, the own goal happens.
But how many times have we seen it? Every season. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Soccer is such a fickle sport that way. That's a good
Here's
pass.
an opportunity. Slidell, Lassier. Oh, wow. Dylan Elfer hauling it in.
Lassier trying to answer, and it was close.
Elfer punting it away. Collision there. Ball comes loose. They say all ball. This one up. Had a bend to it there and right into the arms.
Oh, man.
Of Ovalle.
Pope John Paul definitely feeling, got a spring in their step now after that goal.
Oh,
ooh, wow.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And that's,
Yeah, it's definitely a foul. And looks like a Pope player down.
And we will step away for the injury timeout. So following the injury timeout, it's a free kick for Pope John Paul. This one kicked away and back into Slidell possession. Sair Bustillo up to UEFO. And Ashton Britt.
UEFO just sends that one out of bounds.
It'll be a throw-in for Pope John Paul.
Lightman with the throw-in for the Jaguars.
And that one headed out of bounds by Michael UEFO. Throw in Bustillo. Has a man open. Back to Bustillo. Running that one down, Andrew Holden, but goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Pope John Paul throw-in over on the far side. Well, Pope John Paul fans not happy about that call, but it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers.
99 Garcia to throw in for the Tigers.
This one over to Dennis Padilla and over the goal.
Not on target.
Up 1-0. Dylan Elfer can take his time.
Yeah, they're in no hurry now to put the ball back in play after that goal. Unexpected goal, really.
Yeah.
But the Tigers now find themselves in a hole, Grant, and really need to kind of turn it on. If they want to come out of here with a tie, at least.
Yeah, they need to put their foot all the way on the gas pedal.
Indeed.
Oh.
Yep.
Here's Ruiz looking to work it back inside. Ruiz still with it. Drops back to Bustillo.
Good pass.
Yeah, drop down. Here's Ruiz. Wide left.
Yeah, that shot never had a chance. And now we can watch the keeper again trot back to the fence line and grab the ball. This is a lot. I mean, a lot of high school stadiums, Slidell included, the field is in the middle of the track, and so you've got a lot of room around these edges. And so for a lot of games like this, we spend some downtime
retrieving the ball.
Ball to go back into play.
Some schools have retrievers.
Yeah.
From like local soccer organizations who'll do it. Some don't. And then talking about the track, it's nice at Pearl River.
Yeah.
No track around the field, so once it hits that fence, it's right off the edge of the field.
Game goes by pretty quickly.
Kicked up by McManus. Bustillo. McManus kicking it up, looking for Britt. Too much on it, and that'll be a goal kick for Pope John Paul.
The Tigers have been trying to get the ball in that corner on a through ball all night long and have not been able to do it yet, not once. But they're still trying, and you got to think eventually one of those will get through.
For the Jaguars.
Elfer retrieves it. So now in the 70th minute.
Yeah, this game's winding down with the score. Pope John Paul with that edge.
And Pope looking to, if Slidell doesn't put something together, looking to hand Slidell their first loss of the season.
That's right.
Yeah, collision there. And that'll result in a free kick.
Not a lot to that for me.
Barone with the kick.
So Barone to kick this one away. And subs coming in for Slidell. In comes Ethan Montjesang. Kicked away. McManus. And that's out of bounds off of Pope John Paul. So it'll be a Tiger throw-in.
Montezang with the throw in for the Tigers.
The give to McManus. Ruiz looking to turn it. Ruiz, deflected.
Yeah. That was the chance right there.
But I like the play there.
Yeah, absolutely. They got, almost to the 6-yard box, and then Ruiz was able to turn. Ball deflected for a corner kick.
This will be Lassier taking the corner kick. Low and kicked away by Pope John Paul. It'll be a throw-in over on the far side by Jose Calderon.
Calderon with the throw-in for the Tigers.
Given away, really.
Yeah, not a lot under it. And, that's the second time this has happened tonight.
Yeah, the phantom whistle.
Ruiz. Oh, that'll be a throw-in for the Tigers.
Britt with the throw-in for the Tigers.
UEFO. Oh, wow. They call that on Slidell.
They called that on Pope.
Excuse me, on Pope. Sorry.
Ruiz
Yeah.
with the free kick for the Tigers.
Slidell running 8 in the box. Pope John Paul fans are definitely not happy with that call.
No.
Referee going to have to back him up 10 yards.
And Ruiz will take the free kick.
He should swing this over to the left. Got to get it over the wall.
Ruiz bends it.
Well played. No one there. Really making an awkward angle run to that ball was one of the Tigers.
Yeah, Monch just sang, and well, it looks like he's
we're
all
gonna have
over his
another
back.
kick, another free kick from basically a corner kick position now, and the Tigers realize that this time is of the essence. Ruiz calling for it. Look at him in the kind of behind the half circle there.
You see him at the bottom of your screen, bottom left of your screen.
Yeah. Did someone just get a yellow or get booked?
And Dave Williams signaling to us yes.
Yeah.
Has to take a seat. In comes.
Yeah.
A replacement. So the free kick from, like you said, essentially a corner.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Garcia went for the header there.
Oof. Someone's got to be there, really. Across the face of the goal like that, you've got to put a foot or a head on it.
75th minute, 1-0 Pope John Paul. Dylan Elfer retrieving this one.
Yeah, if Pope John Paul is able to hang on and come out with a victory here tonight, what a huge boost of confidence against the crosstown rivals and undefeated Slidell Tigers.
Yeah, these guys, all of these players, they know each other. They play club ball together.
Yeah.
So you know there's definite bragging rights attached to this game.
For sure.
Throw in from Pope John Paul.
Under 5 minutes to play in regulation, and the Tigers still scoreless.
Too far under it there, Gordon. A collision there, booted away by Pope John Paul. Officials say play on. Here's McManus. Up to Munchasang. McManus. And into the hands of Elfer. Cleared out. Oh, say it went off of Pope. It'll be a throw-in for Andrew Holden.
Holden throwing it in for the Tigers.
Kicked back by Bustillo. Kicked up McManus. Too much on it. Goes over the goal. That'll be 8 goals.
Yeah, some late game heroics right there. That would have been amazing.
Now Elfer going to retrieve this one. Once again, opposite side of the track, a long haul.
How many trips has Elfer made tonight?
Many. Lost count.
Quite a few.
I lost count. And this will be the goal kick for the senior captain of this Pope John Paul squad. Oh, and it'll be taken. They switch it out. But yeah, only 2 seniors in the starting lineup for Pope John Paul, it's Elfer and Jacob Blakeman.
So a young team out there.
Very young team,
Yeah.
playing 2 freshmen, 5 sophomores. So, bodes well for the future.
Sure does.
And they're looking to keep building from this game here early in the season.
This is some early momentum they can definitely use later on.
You don't have to necessarily look to the future. I mean, if they could play good right now.
Right. Yeah, if this score holds, the Tigers are going to be upset about the way that it unfolded. But, man, I got to tell you, Pope John Paul's played really hard tonight.
That one through. Lassier couldn't get a hold of it. Back into Pope John Paul possession.
The Tigers really need to start pressing forward. Lassier trying to settle.
See, Lassier looking at, he gets it to Ruiz. Ruiz takes the shot.
Oh, wow. That was almost on target.
It just a little to the right.
Yeah, that was going to beat Elfer.
Now in the 80th minute, 1-0 Pope John Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine we might have 3 minutes left for Slidell to pull something off.
Yeah, the injury timeouts, added time.
Yeah, but it's definitely time to do something if you are a Slidell player.
A throw in. You hear the cheering section for Pope John Paul saying, hey, take your time.
No hurry.
The clock's our friend.
So, Grant, we've reached full time, and now it's all up to the referee and the Tigers to see if they can make what would be a spectacular equalizing goal.
Ruiz, too much. He got just too far under it.
Yeah. And we've got a free kick, Grant.
Oh, this is quite the opportunity for Slidell. Because they're just outside.
No, that's going to be a corner. Sorry. It looks like, that's what they call it. Okay, it's just confusing from up here, and they hurry up and take it.
And headed away by Pope John Paul. Good literal heads-up play.
Yeah. No one in the goal for Slidell if Pope John Paul was able to get a foot to it. Now the Tigers frantic.
Battling through, and this.
Yeah.
And here's a free kick.
Here's a free kick now.
Slidell setting up quickly for it as Ruiz puts it in play.
Quickly taken.
Shot, and scooped up by Elfer.
He almost spilt it.
Elfer with the save for the Jaguars.
Did not.
Elfer rolls it out. Ooh, wow.
1v1.
Here's an opportunity for Pope now, kicked out.
Briefly.
Back up, looking for Bustillo.
This could be the last opportunity. Pope John Paul clears.
Over to Calderon. Calderon, it goes out of bounds over on that far side. Garcia helping him out there, retrieving the ball. So 2 minutes and 15 seconds into stoppage.
I got to think less than 3. So we're really up against it now. And there it is.
There it is. So Pope John Paul wins it 1-0 And let's send our thank yous to those who helped bring you this match, starting with our superintendent, Mr. Trey Foltz, Director of Broadcasting, Dr. Melody Menard, cameraman, editor, and coordinator of Channel 13, Dave the Rave Williams, color analyst, Rhett Sharp. So from LV McGinty Stadium, where the Pope John Paul Jaguars defeat the Slidell Tigers 1-0, my name is Grant Yenny. Good night. You are now leaving the Prep Zone.